21 Rust mistakes that ruin your game. There are many bad habits you have likely developed in your time playing Rust that could be worsening your experience. From not knowing how to increase the protection of your base to the most stupid PvP and building mistakes. So today, let's change that and fix some of the most common mistakes using tips and tricks that you definitely didn't know. If you do find this video useful, make sure to hit that like button below and subscribe to the channel, it helps me a lot. With that said, let's look at the first mistake that almost all players make. If you've just built your base but don't have enough stone to build honeycombs, you'll just leave it alone and go look for stones. That's wrong. Instead, you can use some leather to make bear rugs and drape them over the entire base. That way, even if you get raided with C4s or satchels, they won't stick to the wall, they'll just push off the rugs and fall to the ground, thus protecting your base. If you build a base next to a safe zone, there is a 100% chance that there will be a bunch of other players' sleeping bags around it. Of course, you can break them, but it will take a lot of time and you won't get any resources for it. Instead, make sure those sleeping bags are in range of your TC and just pick them all up. Now you can use these sleeping bags yourself or recycle them into cloth. Another mistake is not knowing how to effectively hide next to a monument. Think about it. Where are you less expected? Behind cover or in an open field? I think you get the point, and all you have to do is find a stump. Next, get closer to it. Press Ctrl and look down. Press W until you get to this point, and that's it. You found the perfect place to hide. There are a few easy ways you can see what's going on around your base without leaving it. For the first method, place a single door that opens inward. Upgrade the wall on the left into metal and come to this corner. Here you need to find this spot on the wall and count 5 dots. Next, take the siren light and attach it to the 5th dot on the wall, like this. Place the small box next to the door, jump on the siren light, open the door and watch the magic happen. Now you can see everything that happens outside and even throw grenades or shoot through the ceiling. For the second method, you only need one item, a big grenade. If you don't have a siren light or don't want to leave the door open, just build a shelf inside any base. Place a campfire on top, go to the campfire and take a big grenade in your hand. The result will be the same as the first time, but now it's much easier. I don't know why, but these bees are kind of broken, so you'll be pushed through the ceiling, allowing you to see what's going on outside. If you are not using the new cooking workbench, it's a huge mistake, because with this workbench you can make bread that instantly heals you for 8 HP. For example, blueberries and blackberries heal 10 HP, but you can't make them yourself, and mushrooms only heal 3 HP. And to make bread, you only need 5 wheat, which you can find in the green biome, and you can use the seeds in your farm. If you fall off a cliff or get shot and fall to your knees, you have a chance to get up. On the left you can see the chance to recover, and on the right you can see the time left. Have you ever had the question of how to increase this chance? In case you didn't know, a large medkit won't help you if you fall from any height. As you can see, the recovery chance has not changed in any way. However, if you eat a few pumpkins or any other food to refill your water and food to the maximum, your recovery chance will be much larger. As you can see, now you have a 35% chance of getting up. To make a pie on the cooking workbench, you need either cooked meat or fish, but after you cook the meat, you only have 30 minutes to eat it or make a pie. Then it will spoil. To stop this process, you can use a fridge, but this will require electricity. If you don't want to go to that much trouble, just repeat after me. Open the workbench and select any pie for which you have all the components. Hold down the Shift key and click on the pie. As you can see, the timer will update and the meat will be fresh again. You can repeat this an infinite number of times to keep your food from spoiling without using any electricity. If you don't use your windows to create a farm, that's also a mistake. You can use the new plant pots to improve the shooting flow and make a small farm by placing them on the windows as I show. You can fit up to 6 spots on one window, which is really insane. And by the way, you only need 200 wood to craft them, and you don't need a workbench. So now you can make the most of every inch of your base. If you like to start in a shelter, you can save a lot of space inside with this simple trick. Just open the door and place a few small boxes in the corner on top of each other, like I show. This will allow you to fit a lot more stuff inside and make your survival more comfortable. If you are using the default skins in the winter biome, this is a huge mistake, because you'll be able to be seen from the other end of the map. For example, here's the cheapest winter set I could find. The difference is huge, isn't it? Best of all, this set only cost a few bucks, and the names of all the skins are in front of you, so you can just copy them. If you like to play in the green biome, you must know this trick. Most of the rocks here have texture, like this one for example. But also, some of the rocks in this biome don't have textures, which means you can go inside them and hide, or throw a sleeping bag inside. In addition, if you have a lot of resources with you and someone is following you, you can put your most valuable loot into a backpack and drop it into this texture. This way you can save at least some of your loot. This tower is one of the most important buildings on the launch side, because not only do you get a great view of the entire monument from here, but you also get 3 crates on top of that. But there is only one entrance to this tower, which is easy to control, making it very easy to defend and very difficult to repel. However, you can climb this tower in a different way and surprise your enemies. To do this, go into this building on the right and climb to the roof. Next, run up to this tower, jump on this box, and from here jump to the tower. Go to the right corner and jump in. That's it. I'm sure your enemies won't be expecting this. Now let's talk about the other monument, water treatment. If you want to hide on this monument so no one can find you, just repeat after me. Run to the right corner in the middle as shown on the map. Here you will find the oil refinery. If you run towards it, you can jump into the tunnel from the right side and hide behind it. In this place, you are completely invisible from the outside, so you can also surprise your enemies from here. If you knock out your enemy during PvP, but you don't have time to loot him because he has a few more teammates, you can just hide his body under a stone barricade and come back later. This trick will help you during high-intensity fights, when you don't have much time to loot bodies. You can pick up a weapon and start shooting while using ballista. This can be useful during an online raid, so that no time is wasted on reloads. If you need to get away from your PC for a while, and you don't want to be kicked off the server because there is a huge queue, you can use a chair or any other object that you can sit on, like sofa or a throne for example. No matter how much time passes, when you're sitting on the chair, you won't be kicked off the server for AFK. If you find a supply grenade in a crate, the dumbest thing you can do is use it without preparation. The easiest way to get airdrop safely is to grab a diving tank and go into the ocean as far away as possible. Next, just jump into the water, grab all the loot and go home. You're much less likely to run into enemies in the ocean than on land, and you can always swim away thanks to your diving kit. You don't need a hazmat at all now, because the developers made the radiation limit for it. They also added new plates that you can use to make an anti-rad kit and go to the launch site as usual without fear of radiation. I still don't understand why no one uses smoke grenades. You can buy them at the outpost for only 9 scrap, and they provide great cover in the open field. To me, smoke grenades are as good as barricades, and when you use them together, you can be unstoppable. And finally, if you want to learn more about Rust, then here are 15 secrets in Rust that 99% don't know. From the light ones to those that will actually blow your mind.